Opening day is finally here, so today I wanted to go over my way too early All-Star predictions for the AL and NL. I really wanted to make this just so I could come back to it one day and see how wrong or right I was. I'm sure I'll be wrong on a lot of them, but let's jump right into it. Starting off with the NL. So we will start with catcher, and at catcher I have no other than Francisco Alvarez. Call it Met bias, that's actually exactly what you're going to call it probably, but it's now or never for Francisco Alvarez. With the Mets' improved lineup and having protection in front of him, I see no reason as to why he won't shine. When he returned from injury last year, he looked phenomenal. Alvarez has made way too many adjustments to his swing over the years. He needs to just find something that he feels comfortable with, driving the ball, hitting home runs, because that's what he's good at. He's a power hitter. I think he's been trying to do too much, and I think this is the year where he finally breaks out and shows the world what kind of power he has. Over to first base. Usually this would be Pete Alonso, but since he is no longer in the National League, I'm going to go with Matt Olson. Ronald Acuna is back and healthy, and if he stays healthy, Matt Olson will benefit from that greatly. Anytime Acuna is in the lineup, Matt Olson shines. Really, the whole rest of the lineup shines when Acuna's in there. Braves had a weird down year, but I envision them bouncing back tremendously. I feel like everyone's kind of forgetting about Matt Olson at this point, but man, when that guy is hot, he can hit the ball. Second base is probably our most obvious one, Ketel Marte. Bearing an injury, I don't see how he doesn't start at second base in the NL. You could argue like maybe Bryce Terang, and I like Bryce Terang, but Ketel is just that much better than everyone else at the position right now. I really shouldn't have to explain myself too much there if you're a baseball fan. I assume you will agree with that one. Shortstop, you would think my Met bias is going to come in again here, but it's not. I'm going to go with Elly De La Cruz. Elly did struggle last year at short, striking out a lot of swing and miss, not what you exactly wanted to see out of Elly in his second year, but the raw talent is there. This guy can do anything on a baseball field. I'm convinced if he wanted to pitch, he could pitch. Cannon of an arm, fast as ever, has the power, switch hitter. He cleans up the swing and miss, and I think Elly De La Cruz will be a top 5 player in baseball. He is that good. And with the addition of Eugenio Suarez, I think that lineup gets a little bit better, and that's going to benefit Elly. And I wouldn't say it's now or never for him, but this is a year where he needs to take a big step up if he wants to be considered a top player in this league. But I think he will, so Elly De La Cruz at short. Over to third base. I thought about this one for a while, but for this one I'm going to have to go Brett Beatty. No, I'm just kidding. I actually think Eugenio Suarez, going back to Cincinnati, hitter's ballpark, not going to be much different from any other Eugenio Suarez season. Probably going to strike out a lot, hit a lot of home runs. But chicks dig the long ball. So do All-Star voters. He'll hit a ton of home runs in Cincinnati. So there we go. We have two Reds playing next to each other in the All-Star game. In my All-Star game, I guess I should say. In left field, no Mets bias. Come on, give me a break. It's going to be Juan Soto. Entering age 27 season. These are going to be his best years, which is crazy to think about. He's only going to get better. Set a career high in home runs last year. Second year in Queens. More comfortable now. All signs point to Soto having one of his, if not the best season of his career. Pretty easy pick there, Juan Soto in left field. Center field, I know this guy doesn't necessarily play center field all the time, but I'm going to go with Corbin Carroll. And especially in the All-Star game, I really don't think they are too picky with positions. If you play that position enough, you could play that position in the All-Star game. Who even watches the All-Star game? I don't know. This is just a fun video for me, I guess. But Corbin Carroll in center field, another young stud in this league. Carroll is a complete five-tool player. Got off to an awful start last year, but he quickly set the world on fire. Really impressed with Corbin Carroll's career so far. Hasn't disappointed much at all. What you saw is what you've been getting. You got the speed, you got the power, you got the glove. Another five-tool player. Easy pick for me personally there in center field, Corbin Carroll. In right field, as much as it pains me to say it, I think Kyle Tucker is going to be a stud in LA. Hitting behind Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Shohei Ohtani, while you are an all-star yourself, I mean, it's almost unfair. I mean, not almost, it is unfair. This Dodgers team might be the best team ever assembled in any professional sport, and I don't mean that for clicks or attention or saying it just to say it. I truly believe that this Dodgers lineup is the best roster in any sport's history. I don't see how he doesn't thrive there. He's going to be in a position to drive in a minimum 90 runs, probably even more. On top of that, everyone kind of forgets that Kyle Tucker sneakily steals like 20 to 30 bases every year. Just such an awesome player. I'm so mad he went there. But it is what it is. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. I got Kyle Tucker in right field in the National League. DH is going to be a very easy one. We got Marcell Ozuna. No, we have Shohei Ohtani, and I mean, I really don't have to explain myself there. The guy's the greatest baseball player that's ever lived. If you're over the age of 40. You don't believe that? If you're under the age of 40, you know it's the truth. Have you ever heard of someone named Ted Williams? He ain't better than that guy. Yeah, okay, Grandpa. Okay, so we have Ohtani at DH. I'm not going to do reserves because it's just a little bit too much. You can argue a bunch of guys can be reserves. Not going to do the bullpen either because bullpen is very up and down. Some guys are great some years, awful other years. And I just don't feel like it, and it's my video. We will pick a starting pitcher, though. Another easy one. Paul Skeens is just that good. Has maybe some of the best stuff I've ever seen in my life. That splinter is out of control. He throws a 100-mile-an-hour sinker. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. He has a certain presence when he comes to the mound, almost like Randy Johnson, where he's just intimidating, not much emotion, just kind of stares you down and throws 103 at your head. And other than the velocity, this stuff is just out of control. So Paul Skeens will be starting the All-Star game for the National League this year. Over to the AL. Cal Raleigh hit 60 home runs last year, which is absolutely nuts. I don't think he's going to repeat that. He should be an All-Star again. But just for the sake of the video, I think I'm going to have to go Shea Langoliers. Langoliers has been getting better each and every year. A's lineup is seriously a top 5 offense in baseball. When you're a power hitter who has other hitters around him to get on base, and all you have to do is drive in the runs, seems like a pretty easy job if you're a good hitter. Shea Langoliers is exactly that. The A's have put together a lineup where Langoliers is front and center in it, and he gets to shine. Quietly a top 10 to top 15 power hitter in baseball. Like I said, getting better each and every year. Defensively, it's not there yet, but offensively, Langoliers has been awesome, and I think he will be starting at catcher for the AL this year. Over to first base. Another surprising pick to some. I could go Nick Kurtz. I could go Pete Alonso. But I'm going to go Vinny Pasquantino, the Pasquatch. Another young player who has been getting better each and every year offensively. Again, defense isn't there, but it's the All-Star game. All-Star voters don't care about defense. Pasquantino hit 30-plus home runs last year, had 100-plus RBI. With Bobby Witt hitting in front of you, very easy to drive in runs. That guy lives on second base. Really like the top half of that Royals offense as well. So my pick is the Pasquatch for first base. Over to second base. Another surprising pick. I have Luke Keyshaw. If you don't know about Luke Keyshaw, he is the Twins second baseman. Keyshaw only played in 50 games last year for the Twins, but he hit 300 plus and stole 14 bases to go along with an 800 plus OPS. I think a contact speed guy like that in a lineup where there's really nobody else can really shine. He was a top prospect in their system, and it seems like he had all the tools. Although he didn't qualify, I took a look at his Savant page. I really liked what I saw. So a sneaky pick there is Luke Keyshaw for second base. Over to shortstop for the American League. I thought about Gunnar Henderson. I just can't not go Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt is actually my AL MVP pick this year if Judge doesn't hit a gazillion home runs again. Witt saw a dip in power last year, but it's fine. He still hit 20 plus. The power will come around. I believe they moved the fences in Kansas City as well, so that could be a benefit for him. You guys saw it in the World Baseball Classic. The fielding is out of control. His speed is out of control. His bat-to-ball skills are out of control. The power will come. Bobby Witt, easy pick there. Over to third base. Another sneaky pick here for the AL. I can go Junior Caminero. I can obviously go Jose Ramirez, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go Munetaka Murakami. A lot of people were really down on Munetaka Murakami. That stat came out where his batting average against fastballs 95 plus was really bad. I'm not calling Japan the MLB, but this is someone who at 26 years old had 200 plus home runs over in Japan. That's nothing to not look at. That's serious power. A reason where I'm not going to take J-Ram this year is because I know he's so consistent, but I really hate the Guardians this year. I really don't think they are going to be anything good. I know everyone thinks that every year and they end up winning the division or sneaking in the playoffs somehow, but I just really hate their lineup. I think it's going to be very easy to just walk J-Ram and get to whoever's next. That doesn't mean J-Ram won't be J-Ram, but hey, listen, one of these years he's got to regress, right? At least I think. I don't know. If it's J-Ram, I mean, I'm not going to be shocked, obviously. But just for fun, let's go Munetaka Murakami. Now we make our way to the outfield and we go to left field. Roman Anthony is awesome. I don't know if he will be mainly playing left or Jarren Duran will be playing left, but Roman Anthony, but for the sake of argument, Roman Anthony will be starting in left field for the AL All-Star team this year. He came up last year and the major leagues looked like they were nothing to him. Like it wasn't even a challenge. Same thing in the World Baseball Classic. Came up, big moments, hit homers, got base hits. I'm sure Red Sox fans will be happy to hear this. He seems to be very popular in Boston already. Roman Anthony in left field. Commanding center field, I have no other than Julio Rodriguez, another guy that just seems to get a little bit better each and every year. He is so awesome defensively in center field. He's going to steal you bases. Very similar player to Corbin Carroll, in my opinion. I think it's really cool now that we're at the point where all the young stars of like 2021, 2022 are really becoming superstars now. A lot of people like to reminisce and think about the nostalgic days of the players that they watched when they were growing up. But someone like me, I love to see young stars blossom into superstars, and that's what we're seeing with Julio Rodriguez. That Mariners team is nasty. In right field, we have Aaron Judge. Don't have to explain myself there. Best right-handed hitter ever. Yes, you heard me, ever. Judge is putting up some historic seasons here. We are blessed to be able to watch him. Easy pick there, Aaron Judge. Over to DH, I see Yordan Alvarez bouncing back. Everyone's forgetting just how good this guy is. Injuries have plagued him for a while now, but when he's healthy, boy, could he hit the ball. That Astros team got a little bit worse, I want to say. I don't know how they will do this year, but he is still awesome. I hope he stays healthy because I love watching him play, one of the clutchest players in baseball. And for the starting pitcher, I have Bryan Woo. Obviously, the easy pick would be Skubal here, but he has been so good the past 2 years. Maybe just a little bit regression, I don't know. Probably not, but I think Woo is so good. That Mariners rotation is so good. I have the Mariners going to the World Series this year. Maybe I'll do a standings prediction, but I don't know. Opening day's tonight, so I kind of ran out of time for that. But regardless, Woo is a stud. He was another one like I was just talking about. A young star blossoming into a superstar. I think this is the season where Woo really shows his potential and even wins the Cy Young. If you guys like this video, please give it a like, give it a share, give me a subscribe, all that other nonsense. Been trying to be really consistent with this channel when I have time. So if you're liking the MLB content or the other content in general, please let me know. Drop a comment. What kind of content would you like to see next? A review, a trivia, a game. I like to do all that stuff, so you guys let me know. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.